Arr, yo ho, me hearties. Welcome back to Pirate Month here on Bucky749, as we once again set sail for adventure. And once again we return to the Star Trek universe, as we open another classic Star Trek figure from the Playmates line, specifically from the episode The Cage. There are 4 figures in this subset. Vina in her Orion animal woman form, the Telenosi Keeper, Mr. Spock, and Captain Pike. I have 3 of the 4. I don't have Mr. Spock. Now I know why you're asking, me hearties. Why are we open specifically the Vina in her Orion animal woman form? Well, if you know your Star Trek lore, me hearties, if you know your Star Trek lore, you know that the Orions actually identify as pirates. As later on in Lower Decks, they actually do refer to themselves at least one does refer to himself as a pirate, and is actually upset at the main character for freezing her pirate heritage. That collector's number is just here, as they can't place it on her actual foot, so I'll have to cut that out. Do this. Okay, so The Cage, produced in 1964, was Gene Roddenberry's first Star Trek pilot episode. Much of The Cage was used in Star Trek's first season 2 part of the Menagerie, which there will be a review of that. Don't expect it to be as big as The Cage. If you want to watch that, watch the VHS subroutine episode I did on The Cage, because most of the story for that is in there. At some point, Jeremy probably review the Menagerie, and he'll probably go into more detail on that. That's why I didn't go into full detail on the Menagerie, which takes place 13 years later. Mr. Spock is the only character from The Cage who stayed with the series, although Medja Barrett, who plays number 1, later starred as Nurse Chapel. Although The Cage never aired on our TV, it still returning Star Trek France episode spawned a legend that continues in film 2 sequels, the biggest being, of course, Strange New Worlds. Playmates honors the importance of the role of The Cage, the history of its former release. I wish they at least give us the other 2. I wish they'd done 6 and at least give us the other 2 gals, because those 2 play a big part in the story. And maybe the Doctor. Call me crazy, but I think those 2 they should have at least finished out the crew, or at least give us the other 2 girls. Maybe a little bit more movable. After a distress mission on the USS, on Regal Villa on the USS Enterprise, receives dress call from the SS Columbine, Tail 5. Landing fire group of aging scientists, a young woman named Vina, who they claim was aboard before they crashed, but it was all illusion. The mentally powerful Telenosi, they used Vina as a trap to trap Mr. Pike, try and entice him into becoming part of their menagerie. To live through several illusions with Vina, hoping to the final one would place him in the most tempting illusion, training in Orion Alwyn. Vina appeared to him as one of the slaves and performed a rock dance, but Pike uses this temptation after discovering that he would rather die than helicopter. The Telosians released Pike, the only true survivor. Colombian Telosians showed Pike that she was actually a crippled woman, but promised to restore her illusion of beauty. So yeah, let's go ahead and box this. I kind of wish they would have done a regular figure of her, like specifically even a 2-pack with Pike from like the picnic scene. Got your stand, of course. Unfortunately, this version is a little larger statue. Got the card. I got the torch and the fountain. Nothing to really hold because our hands are signed. Your legs and arms. I think they're designed that way. I heard their dance pose. The rounds are mostly associated with pirates nowadays, anyways. Another card. Yeah, it says here the red race has a reputation of being smugglers and pirates. One from a contraband they deal with is the female of their species. Yeah, so the males are pirates, the females apparently are like polar opposite. Interesting. Alright. It's not much of a figure, but yeah, I think they made a mistake there. I think they should have just done a regular figure of her. And here's the card. Alright, comment, subscribe. Not the greatest figure, but it's literally just a statue. I give it maybe a 1 out of 5. But it is what it is. Collectible. And most of the figures I use are for mascots anyway, so it'll work for what it's going to be used for. Alright, comment, subscribe. Hit that bell icon if you're new, and sit still for more adventures with us for Pirate Month. Well, see you next time. Yo-ho. Comment, subscribe, hit that bell icon if you're new, and join us for where everyone's gone for another exciting adventure here on Pirate Month. So sail me hearties, and we'll see you on the skyways of outer space, or on the sea. For wherever there is adventure, you'll find a pirate.